Alright, I wanted to check these documentaries out. Both of them about like 10-minute long documentaries, so I wanted to check them out.
We've been investigating the hidden online world of incels.
I have not interacted with a female that is not related to me in over 3 years.
They're mostly young men, usually virgins, who can't find a romantic or sexual partner.
I must become more attractive. It's my last.
I wonder if that's how he's like, you know. Here's the thing where I'm gonna say this. Attraction is important, right? Attraction is important, but there's so many other ways. So many other ways. Get your money up, right? Get your money up. I really want men to understand, get your money up. Where if you get your money up to a certain point, maybe you find other interests, right? Maybe you get your passports. Okay, you open your dating options to the whole world. So spend your time, not like thinking, oh, I need women, I need women. How about exercising? Exercising good. Get your money up. Get your mindset up. Yo, Evil Eddie. Fun fact: Incel came from a bisexual woman in a Canadian university. She had a website for really involuntary celibates. That is interesting. I did not know that. I did not know that. That is interesting. Evil Eddie, what's up, my brother?
Chance.
But on the extreme end, some incels are becoming more menacing.
There was quite a few women that I did want to break their nose so they would be ugly.
Where staunch incels
See, that's the thing where I'm well, my brother. I'm well. That's the thing where you want to break a woman's nose. You think any woman wants that type of energy? That type of mindset where you are so angry that you want to hurt women. That is why, honestly, work on yourself. And it's like I haven't been there, right? Where you're that toxic, but I've been there where you are hungering for companionship. And to be honest, it rots your brains, right? Where you need to focus on yourself, right? Be someone that would be worth dating. Because a lot of these men, a lot of these young men got to think about it. Why would anyone want to date you? What about you? None of these men could actually say what is good about them. Noodles, what's up?
blame women and attractive men for the
I do have some videos of a lesbian complaining about the dating scene. So we'll be watching that in a bit.
reason why they're not in a relationship.
Around 60 terror attacks that can be linked to incel actors.
We wanted to know who these incels were, what they believed in, and just how extreme it could get. In this two-part investigation, we gain access to a world that is usually closed off, especially to women. Before we start this story, we want to let you know that it contains violent and distressing content, including references to sexual violence and racist slurs. We're on our way to meet 5 incels who we've been chatting to online for about a month now. They usually chat to each other in forums and in servers, but today they're meeting up. And they're letting us join. One of them, who we'll call Tom, is well known in the community for building a server, which is kind of like an online chat room. He's agreed to meet us first at a hotel.
There is most likely not a single female on the planet that would be willing to date me.
How do you define what an incel is?
See, that's stupid. You mostly look like a young kid and think that there's no one in the world that would want to date you. Yo, Artie, what's up, my brother? That's the mindset. And I admit I suffered from that when I was a young kid too. So I get it. But we gotta wake up. These young men, it's sad. Where you gotta think. There are women that would date you. There are women that would date you, but you gotta think, what about you is worth dating?
An incel is someone who is unable to get into a romantic relationship.
He's nervous to be on camera and has brought a mask with him to protect his identity.
being an incel has become quite sensationalist. I am worried that openly identifying as such in public might affect job prospects.
Yes, I agree. You gotta exercise. Again, I think the one thing a lot of young men are neglecting is becoming the best version of yourself. The best version of your body, the best version of your mind, best version of your finances, okay? Best version of your personality. A lot of young men are neglecting that.
What do you think when you see a woman on the street?
I don't feel like I live in the same society as her. And I think that every woman who encounters me on the street is inherently disgusted by me. I'm physically unattractive, I'm visibly autistic, and I have no experience speaking to females.
Tom casually browsed forums a few years ago in high school.
Yes, helps fight depression. Be active, have other avenues of of interests. That is important. Exercising, martial arts, or finances, or learning about things. It helps you, right? It actually adds more interest to you. Okay, gym bros, loving the gym, loving martial arts, loving certain activities. It adds more to you.
Now he feels so connected to the incel philosophy that he built his own chat room.
Sometimes incels can say some edgy statements.
Can you give examples?
An edgy statement would be something like, I hate all women, all women, every woman is evil. Sometimes a small minority of users, when they're lashing out in anger, might make jokes about sexual violence. I wouldn't paint this over as something too serious. A lot of this is just people just having fun social interaction, fun banter.
In the 20 minutes we spent looking at the chat, we saw Nazi symbols, racial slurs, and unsurprisingly, hate towards women.
This is an example of an incel and a female beefing with each other. Mm-hmm. The female said, "Y'all are boring," and this incel responded in anger.
You wanna read the message?
No. This server has been taken down around 10 times, but those takedowns have not really had a dent on its popularity.
It's hard to know how many incels exist, especially when they connect in private servers like this one. On the most popular forum, there are millions of visits each year. By some estimates, at the very least, there are thousands of dedicated members worldwide.
I do blame women to a significant extent for why we have so many men single, depressed, lonely. There may
This is a thing where I really want more men, particularly young men, to understand. Stop blaming others. I would say the same thing to women. Okay, stop blaming others for your problems. One of the things this is why I've said I don't build my channel to hate on women. I build it to hold people accountable, particularly women. Right, particularly women. Hold people accountable for their actions or lack thereof. Here's a young man that really has not done anything for himself, has not improved himself, and then thinks that, women should accept him for whatever he is. It's a sad reality that a lot of young men don't realize. Yes, exactly. Blaming others is not healthy. It's not. This is the thing where I've said this before, where my ex did me dirty, but I will never badmouth my ex, because at the end of the day, I chose her. So it's better for me, right? It's healthier and it's more constructive if I look inward. I blame myself because I can find ways to improve myself. If I blame women, now what? Because now I'm wanting and pushing women to change. It's stupid. It's stupid trying to force other people to change. No. If you want something to change, you need to do it within yourself.
Be definitely elements of misogyny in the community. It's only reactive to being unable to get with females. It would probably dissipate if a female showed interest in them. What board are you browsing?
G.
We later catch up with the rest of the group in the park.
But you gotta have something worth being interested in. Okay? Yes, maybe your looks is subpar, but you have to have something more to you. Gold, what's up, my brother?
Good. Hello, female.
They're in their late teens and early 20s. Most of them haven't given us their real names. After a month of speaking online, they've agreed to meet with us in person to explain a bit more about who they are. They agree to chat over lunch on the condition that their faces are blurred.
Is anyone here dating?
No.
I wouldn't be here. No.
If you're dating, then you're not an incel. So.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
This is a thing where Noodle said it, right? If he's autistic, he might need help. This is the thing where I believe a lot of these young men probably don't have good dads. Either don't have good dads or no dads at all. This is why a lot of young men need to find mentors. I don't really like therapy, right? I don't really like therapy. I think it's a woman-centric industry, personal opinion. But they need mentors. They need people, coaches, mentors, men to guide them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's that hard line.
If you can date, chances are you can have sex.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make you an incel.
Like if you're talking about going on dates, I think you can go on dates and be incel.
I'm more hardline in my definition.
Some allude to a common incel belief. They call it the black pill. It's the idea that women will only ever go for physically attractive men, that they've lost the genetic lottery, and their situation is hopeless.
Do your parents know that you're an incel?
No. My dad's like asked me when am I going to get a girlfriend or whatever. I feel like my mum knows I'm a loser.
Are you all at uni at the moment?
No,
And that's the thing where he said he has a dad. This is where a lot of fathers have failed their sons. A lot of fathers have failed their sons in not guiding them properly. Please, my brothers, if you are going to have children, boys, please guide them properly. All right, don't let them. This is a thing where sometimes if we have sons, we just like, boom, go ahead, go into the world blindly and suffer through it. That helps nobody. We need to be guiding the next generation.
working.
No, I'm at uni.
I'm studying, kind of, yeah.
It's mostly just STEM subjects.
Yeah, no incel's doing like social work or something.
And why do you think it's those kind of jobs?
You don't have to talk to people, you can just focus on ideas and stuff.
You know, I said I haven't spoken to an IRL void in 3 years. And that's partially because I do a STEM degree. Like, I've never been paired
A slur used by incels to describe females.
with a female. Thank If I did, I'd probably just walk out.
I wanted to know what direction the incel movement was headed in, so I sat down with a researcher who spent 18 months looking at the largest incel forum on the internet.
We gathered over 1 million posts from just over a year of activity on the forum.
He found the number of visits were growing slowly and posts were getting more extreme. We asked him to read some out.
So this one is called Women Peak at 12. Who in their right mind would prefer a 22-year-old roastie to this? And they've got an image of a 12-year-old child. National Socialist Germany was the best country for incels. Women are designed to be raped. Males have a sufficient strength advantage, and this was probably our main method of procreating. It's all designed to make women seem like they're subhuman.
In the most popular forum,
That's the thing. Man, a lot of these young men don't understand. Why would women want to date you? You are already so hateful. This is a problem where all big bars, what's up, my brother? What's up? All you think about is women. That is it. That is all you think about. Is your money good? Are you financially stable? No. Is your health? Is your physicality good? No. You don't care about going to the gym. You don't care about working out. You don't care about hobbies besides a computer screen. That's it. That's the only hobby you care about. That's the only thing you do, a computer screen. That is it. 24/7. And so what is a woman going to be attracted to? Yes, maybe you're not attractive, but what else other qualities do you have? You have a terrible personality. You have an ugly personality. And then you expect a woman should love you. Why? What else? Like me being a geek, I have other hobbies. I have other interests. My world, my life does not revolve around women. If I have a woman, awesome. But I have other interests. I have other goals, right? I have a different direction. A lot of young men need to understand, stop making women your world.
about half of its members are Americans and Brits, but there are also Australians in there too. The group we've spoken to have never expressed any of these thoughts to us. Callum says that people who end up in these spaces tend to be unemployed, have mental health vulnerabilities, and are insecure about their looks.
Many users claim to be neuro.
And that's the thing. If you're unemployed, like seriously, You think women just like you just because for no, I mean, like, one, yeah, you're probably not attractive. Two, you have nothing going for you.
Divergent. Unfortunately, the answers they're getting are that
This is why, this is why I preferred red pill out of all the other things, okay? Like black pill, seriously, it's just more just hating. Right? It's like it's not really focusing on oneself, okay? It's understanding the description, right? Understanding that there are problems, but one of the tenets of red pill is focus on yourself, improve yourself, take accountability. Are you at the best? Are you at your best? And a lot of these young men are not.
women are to blame for all this, and it just sort of breeds this toxic, violent rage towards women that's really dangerous.
But not all incels hate women and subscribe to the extreme end of things. Some go to great lengths to attract them.
I am making some gains.
For Raymond, he's hoping the gym is the answer. In YouTube videos, he talks about his journey to self-improvement, and so far he's had 500,000 views.
Hey guys, what's up? Decline here. I am 30 and still alone.
We're about an hour out of Melbourne and meet Raymond as he heads to the gym.
I go to the gym 6 days a week. I want to build a good amount of muscle and get lean and shredded. It seems that a lot of people have been successful with that. I still haven't had a successful one-on-one encounter with a girl.
Why do you think you've not had much success with women?
Firstly, I'm a very small guy. Like 6-foot guys are a lot more successful. I don't know how to talk to women or anyone.
Up until now, most of the incels that we'd spoken to were virgins, but that's not the case with Raymond.
It has been some time since I had any
Yeah, as the gym. I mean, like, at least that's an outlet, right?
sexual encounter that was not paid. I met some couples for threesomes, MMF threesomes, and I found them not really fulfilling. Everybody has those same desires to want to feel desire.
Exactly. Big bar said it, right? This is a thing where if you focus on women completely, you make them your world, you're not going to work.
And wanted and loved. I don't subscribe to a lot of the common views of, say, black pill incels. Like, not everything is determined by your genes. These groups, I feel, have kind of hijacked the term.
Raymond is hoping to have changed his luck with women by his mid-30s.
If I haven't succeeded, I'll probably start focusing on other things, maybe just enjoying my life and just rotting, as I say. I'll go back to my video games, start watching anime again, and maybe get a job.
Maybe get a job? Do you not have a job? Like, this is the thing where a lot of these young men can't think, oh, one thing and that's it, right? Go to gym and you succeed. No, it's a whole bunch of things. Yo, Poor Man, what do you think? What do you mean? Poor Man said a video that, please check out my other video. It's on, check out I have videos on both channels, so please check it out. You said, video you did that leftists is poisoning Asians. I don't think that. All I think it makes worse, but yeah, sorry about that. Because looking at China, Japan, Korea, this is the thing. I think feminist ideology is part of leftist ideology. Feminism is part of leftist ideology. So I include that in that. And feminism is hurting China, hurting Japan, hurting Korea. So
Tom says he's no longer involved in running the server, but he's still given up on the idea of ever being in a relationship.
I'm rather content now. It's just sort of like a huge gaping hole in your life and fitting into society, I guess. Having bleak views affects my mental health and many other incels' mental health by making us much less caring about our future prospects. The community is really the only reason why I stay, and as the situation for young men continues to get worse, it is inevitable that subgroups like incels will grow.
In the next part of our investigation, we look at how much of this online hate can spill out into the real world.
A man obsessed with guns.
With an online history of misogyny.
Killed his mother and 4 others.
Having all these violent fantasies, constantly thinking about it, rape, violence, murder.
And their only goal with me was to acquire some kind of sexual encounter.
I'll probably check out the part 2 of my own. But that was interesting. All right.